Hey everyone, Dave here letting you know that I am in Sydney this weekend, Saturday, May 24, 2025. That's right, if you listen to an old episode, it's still this weekend, Saturday, May 24, live at the Chippo Hotel, 2:30pm, a fun afternoon show. I'm doing Dave Warnicky Dates the Entire Audience with my pal, Sammy Peterson, and you can get tickets at dogoonpod.com.
When you think of hot, you might think about the tragic time you ate too much wasabi. No. Or about getting into your car on a summer day when it feels more like stepping into a sauna. But heat can work in your favor, like during Verizon Red Hot Deal Days. Get hundreds of hot deals on all your favorites, like iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence, Apple Watch Series 10, and iPad, on any plan. Only until May 28th for new and existing customers. Offer available on My Plan. Only at Verizon.
BetterHelp Online Therapy bought this 30-second ad to remind you right now, wherever you are, to unclench your jaw, relax your shoulders, take a deep breath in and out. Feels better, right? That's 15 seconds of self-care. Imagine what you could do with more. Visit betterhelp.com/randompodcast for 10% off your first month of therapy. No pressure, just help. But for now, just relax.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Do Go On. My name is Dave Warnicky, and as always, I'm here with Jess Perkins and Matt Stewart.
Hello, Dave.
And we're here for the 500th time.
Let's all hold hands. Let's all hold hands.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh,
yes.
I can't quite reach them out. I'm really stretching.
That's probably for the best. We don't know where that hand's been.
Well, I do, and it's awful.
What an absolute treat, and dare I say, a milestone.
Oh,
It is. Well done, everyone.
So many people said we'd never get here,
Yeah.
us included.
Yep.
And don't we look like fools now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel so full. We proved ourselves wrong.
Yeah.
Basically, what you're about to hear is we recorded our 500th episode a few weeks ago live at the Capitol Theatre in Melbourne, our biggest Australian show ever. We packed it out. Thank you so much for everyone who came along. It was a really nice, fun night.
It was so nice. It was very cool walking out on stage and seeing all of those people in this nice, beautiful, fancy-feeling theatre.
That's right.
The staff were amazing. We had a great time. We were very, very lucky. We had some very special guests who you're going to hear from. No spoilers.
Oh.
Unless it's in the name of the episode.
No spoilers. Don't look.
Now, here's a little spoiler about what's happening this week. And you might have noticed that it says something like part 1 in this title. And that is because we each did a mini report. We all wanted to be part of episode 500 with our different reports.
Of course.
Different topics, different types of favourite,
Like genre almost.
favourite genre. That's absolutely right. Yes. And so what we're doing is today, Wednesday, part 1's going out. It's going to be my report. Part 2 is tomorrow with Matt's report. And then on Friday, we're having part 3, big finale, Jess Perkins doing her report.
It's a big week. We're making it an extravaganza.
That's
Yes.
right. And each episode has 2 special guests, beloved guests from across the history of the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for people to hear this. I think this might change
Sorry,
everything.
can you say that with a bit more excitement?
I'm so excited for people to hear this. I think it's going to change everything. Is that too much?
Yeah, that made me a bit uncomfortable.
Okay.
That was a lot.
Split the difference?
Yeah, split the difference.
I'm so excited for people to hear this. I think it's going to change everything.
Matt, that was beautiful.
Thank you. We'll use that one?
Yeah, I think we'll use that one.
Let's use that one.
All right. Print.
We also filmed these, and they're going to come out on the Do Go On YouTube channel in a couple of weeks if you want to watch the videos in full. But without further delay, here it is, part 1 of episode 500.
You!
Oh my goodness! Hello and welcome
welcome to the 500th episode of Do Go On. How you doing out there?
Okay, I got to say, just before coming out, one of our guests who's performed here before told us you won't really hear much of a noise out there, so don't worry. It feels like you're going to be bombing, but don't worry. And he's 100% right.
Yeah.
The atmosphere sucks here.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
I was about to say, we can't see him very well. I don't know if there's house lights, but if there are, yeah, keep them down.
So thank you so much for coming out. We're so stoked that you're here. By the way, my name is Dave Warnicky, and I'm here with Matt Stewart and Jess Perkins, everyone. Oh my God.
You just introduced us. I was wondering what we were waiting for then. It was for me to... Yeah, thanks so much for having us. Hey, Jess, quick question. How good is it to be alive?
It's fine. This is one of those moments where I am trying to because I'm pretty numb most of the time.
We've been tranquilising her backstage.
Yeah. How else do you control women?
We've tried everything. I'm at my wit's end.
You're usually numb, but...
I was to say, this is one of those moments where I was trying to soak in how lovely it is to have all of these people here. So I've gone too sincere, that's gross. Fuck you. Fuck you. No! Well, I'm indifferent to you.
Wow.
We got a lot to get through, Dave. Should we get it cracking?
Yes, well, should we sit down?
Okay.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's, we really sink into that. Yeah, that's right. This is an audio medium.
Yeah, we've worked that out now. So thank you so much for coming out. Give us a round of applause if you've come from interstate or possibly some people...
I'm glad you kept going there.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
Can I ask, give us a round of applause if you've come. The virgins are at the back. Yeah. Very still back
I did not clap.
Totally have. Know what it means and all.
All right, well, has anyone come from overseas? Thank you so much. We had a guy, which we really appreciate. Where have you come from?
New Zealand.
We know accents. That's American for sure. New Zealand. What a weird lie.
I love how optimistic some people were when the tickets went on sale. We had a guy posting our Patreon group today saying, hey, I bought 4 tickets, but I'm not going to make it. Things have come up. I'm from Alaska. And he only figured out today he wasn't going to make it. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So we always start the show by asking who has heard the show before. So give us a round of applause if you've ever heard Do Go On. Fantastic.
That is always a relief, genuinely. It would have been so weird if none of them had heard it. A lot of explaining we'd have to do.
But we always ask, other end of the scale, there's always people who've never heard it before. Give us a round of applause if you've waited 500 episodes to hear Do Go On.
Yes. Yes.
Front and centre. Could not be any more.
They're always in the front row.
That seat could have been taken by one of the virgins up the back, mate.
No, welcome. Thank you for coming.
Doesn't even know what a podcast is.
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming out. Maybe for your benefit, Jess, do you want to explain how this show works?
Get fucked. Okay, so here's how it works for the 500th time. One of the three of us, Dave, Matt and Jess, by the way, I genuinely, for a second, was like, what is his name? Dave. Dave, Matt and Jess.
I'm up there.
There's no beard, so I don't know.
True.
We take turns researching topics and telling the others about it. And the others listen very politely and never interrupt with dog shit riffs and never sass each other. We're all very polite. That's how it works and has always worked.
Absolutely. Now, usually it's just one of us doing the report for the whole time. But for the 500th episode, we couldn't decide who was going to do the report. So we're all doing mini topics.
I really appreciate you going with that. I really feel like I could put that inflection on anything and you would cheer for it.
Yeah.
Try it.
Go on.
And we're sold out of beer.
No, because I think you went beer.
Yeah.
You got to go, no. So try, you all have chlamydia.
Okay. And the news is, you all have chlamydia!
It is actually a relief to know what that burning sensation is from.
Yeah. That's what it is.
I just thought I had a really hot dick.
That's why we're sold out of beer.
Sorry, just so that I'm up to date, the implication being there that Matt has been putting his dick in beer.
Yeah.
Great.
That's why this tastes really weird. So we're doing many topics, and because we've had so
cream
many...
ale. I don't know. Why do they sit me in the middle? If I'm on the side, I feel like I can be quiet for a while, but now I feel like I'm going to have to talk non-stop.
For the audience at home, Matt has muted his microphone long enough for me to say that we have had so many fantastic guests over the last 499 episodes, and we wanted to bring a few of them out on the show tonight. So for each mini report, we're going to bring out 2 fantastic guests, and I have a feeling you're going to love our first guests because they are known as the 4th and 5th Beatles, am I correct?
I believe so.
Possibly 5th and 6th. Would you please welcome to the stage it's Nick Mason and Cass Paige.
We didn't plan how they'd get to their seats.
We didn't think that through.
Welcome to this professional show and podcast. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This feels like we're on a very serious panel. You know, like we're going to be talking about something important, but I guarantee that's not the case.
No.
Well, you wait for my report.
I did not have sex with that woman that did go on podcast. That's a little Bill Clinton riff. That's a little, it hasn't been relevant for like 30, 40 years.
It might be relevant next Wednesday, but
Yeah.
it might be relevant if people are checking their podcast feeds next Wednesday. That will be very topical.
Although maybe you're flagging that you're going to have sex with a woman on Wednesday.
Yeah. Was that not clear? I'll be having sex with a woman on Wednesday.
And we'll be dropping that audio in your podcast feeds. Now, for those who don't know the show, we always get on a topic with a question. Dave's on the first report tonight. Dave, do you have a question for us?
I do have a question, and it actually goes out to the audience. You can yell out if you know the answer to this. The following are all examples of what? We've got Mothman, Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's cryptid.
It is cryptids. You are correct. Ones we've done before: the Loch Ness Monster, the Mongolian Death Worm, the Lizard Man, Escape or Swamp. Who loves butter beans?
Oh my God, something you got to know about him. I found that so funny and no one else ever has.
I humour you. I've picked a cryptid.
So good.
Have you?
Yes, I have, Cass.
Meso was on one of the first ever. He was here for Mothman and Loch Ness.
Yes, and one of the reasons I picked a cryptid, we're all doing our topics that, our favourite types of topic, and I've picked a cryptid because when I went through our Jack the Hat Mick video where people suggest topics, I typed in your name, Nick Mason.
Oh, yes.
Not one but two people suggested that we do a cryptid, but we have to have you on as well.
Okay. Do I look like this cryptid?
Yeah.
Because I do look like some cryptids. Some sort of goblin? Is that what it is?
Answer
lives at the bottom of a garden.
Thank you to the people that suggested this, and that is Aaron Wolf from Daytona Beach.
Oh.
Are you in? No?
Aaron's
and
not
Michael Luce from Moore in Oklahoma. Not in tonight. Cass, how do you feel about a cryptid?
I love how much hair they have, or how wet they are, and it's always one.
Tonight we've gone with hair. We are talking about the... I've Googled how to say this.
The topic? Yeah. You don't know how to pronounce the topic.
This is going to be a long one.
You'll do it on the night.
The Fouke Monster.
Oh. Falk.
Do you know? Give us a shout if you like to falk.
Any falk heads out there?
It's spelled Fouke, F-O-U-K-E, but apparently it's Fouke.
No, let's call it Fouke.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah.
Okay. It's the Fouke Monster, aka the Boggy Creek Monster.
Oh, it's wet too.
It is wet.
Oh, yes.
And for a bonus point, it's boggy. Okay, so let me take you back. It's May 1971. We're at the Ford household, south of Texarkana in Arkansas, near the town of Fouke.
Fouke Monster is what Matt calls himself in private.
Well, public now. Oh, jeez, I wasn't expected to be outed tonight, but yes, I am the Fouke Monster.
Mystery solved, folks. We've done it, and we couldn't do it without you.
Who's Fouking tonight?
Monster style.
Yeah, that's something. That's what I say, but I'm normally wearing a mask.
Somehow you thought that was sad.
Somehow.
So, 1971, we're at the Ford household. At the time, Bobby and Elizabeth Ford had just moved into their home a week previously, and throughout the week they'd heard movement outside their property at night, but they'd really thought nothing of it. That was until a few nights later, Elizabeth Ford was sleeping in the front room on the couch, trouble in paradise, when she said, quote, "I saw the curtain moving on the front window and a hand sticking through it. At first I thought it was a bear's paw, but it didn't look like that." You know, and that's I think that about anything. Is that a bear's paw? Is that microphone a bear's paw? It had you excited for this, Cass? Heavy hair all over it, and it had claws.
I'm listening.
I could see its eyes. They looked like coals of fire, real red. She added, "It didn't make any noise, except you could hear it breathing." So it did make noise.
Yeah, it's making noise.
And it looked like a bear, but then it did not look like a bear. Good.
So her husband Bobby and his brother Don ran in and chased the creature away, firing several shots from their shotguns that they swear hit, but no traces of blood were ever found.
I don't think they hit.
Yeah, they definitely missed. They missed for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, what's more likely, though, that they missed or that it's bulletproof? It's bulletproof, obviously.
Bulletproof, yes.
Oh, my first thought was no blood.
Oh. Okay, so we've got a few theories going early.
It's the Fouke Monster. That's my theory.
Okay.
It's my working theory.
Okay, we'll find out.
A bit of a bloodless coup, not a bloodless Fouke. No, that almost... I thought there might have been something there, and when I said it out loud, I realised it wasn't.
I'm really glad you've got the no dog shit riff rule in place for tonight.
Sorry, everyone. This is just for later. AJ, can you edit that out? AJ's in tonight, actually. That is AJ. He just sculled his drink after saying it too.
No, then took a big drink. AJ's crazy, man. That guy's wild.
AJ, honestly, please cut out the bombs. My ones. Obviously, leave Jess and Dave's in. If they do any. So far, 100% accuracy. Unlike these people shooting at that hair.
So, the creature was described by Ford as being about 7 feet tall and about 3 feet wide across the chest. Bobby also said, "At first I thought it was a bear, but it runs upright and it moves real fast." An extensive search of the area failed to locate the creature, so they called the Fouke Town Constable Ernest Walraven, which is an incredible name, who arrived on the scene with another shotgun and a stronger light. Waiting on the porch, the creature reappeared and they shot it again. And
It's not the light that's the problem. He should have brought a stronger shotgun. Right? Surely.
Yeah. Bazooka.
It appeared to fall, but when they ran out to it, it had disappeared. Bobby was climbing a ladder to get back onto the side of the porch when it quickly reappeared and he felt a hairy arm grab him and bring him to the ground. He said, "After the thing grabbed me and I broke free, I was moving so fast, I didn't stop to open the door. I just ran through it." He ran through a door like a cartoon.
Was he running into a tent?
Yeah.
What do you
Not
mean?
only is a fly screen and a wooden door.
You can't run through a door.
Bobby Fischer can. Or if that is indeed his name. Bobby Ford, Bobby Fischer, plays chess. And he can also run through a door. I stand by it.
That compromises the entry, though.
Yeah, that's right. He can now just waltz in.
Oh, but he is 7 foot tall and 3 foot wide.
Right, and Bobby's
Too
only
tall.
6 foot tall and 2 feet wide. His brother Dan said, or Don rather, his brother Don said...
Jesus Christ, Dave. Honestly, for our 500th episode, your sloppiest work. I can't pronounce any of the names and I don't know who the people are. No refunds.
A little glimpse behind the curtain, Jess. I think all of this story is bullshit. So his brother Don said, we heard Bobby shouting and by the time we got there, everything was over. We didn't see a thing. So it sounds to me like Don had his doubts that the creature had even grabbed him. They'd used all their ammunition, so Constable Ernest Walraven loaned them a gun and ammunition in case the creature came back before the morning. You know when cops do that?
Yeah.
Here, take my gun.
That thing sounds scary. Do you reckon you can do it? How many guns have these people been given at the moment? Because they don't keep getting more bullets, they keep getting more guns. I think there are more guns per capita in that house.
Yeah, they're doing that thing in an action movie where rather than reload, they just go, and then they just throw it. All that remained Sunday morning at the Ford House was several strange tracks that appeared to be left by something with 3 toes and several scratch marks on the front porch that appeared to have been made by something with 3 claws. Elizabeth Ford said, I'm not staying here anymore unless they kill that thing. Sounds like more trouble in paradise to me. The family did in fact move away. They were so freaked out. They've been in the house for just over a week. Then an article was published in the Texarkana Gazette by a guy called Jim Powell, and the story kind of blew up overnight. More historical sightings of the so-called Fouke Monster came to light, dating back as far as 1946, when a resident reported to Miller County Sheriff Leslie Greer that she had seen a strange creature near her home. Some accounts describe the Fouke Monster as running swiftly with a galloping gait, swinging its arms in a fashion similar to a monkey. It's a primate.
Like tree or... like a knuckle or branches?
Somehow.
What about, can you do one of each?
Yeah. It was probably that.
Yeah, it
That's
did
Fouke.
that one. It was that one. That's the Fouke.
Is that Fouke?
That's Fouke.
Did I just Fouke?
A variety of tracks and claw marks have been discovered in the area which are claimed to belong to the creature. One set of footprints measured 17 inches or 43 centimetres in length, which is quite long, but I looked it up. That's only 3 centimetres longer than the feet of Ian Thorpe.
So it's Ian Thorpe in Big Funny Shoes.
Yes!
Yeah.
Also, the footprint only had 3 toes, so I'm not sure how many toes Ian has, but could be him.
I mean, probably fewer than normal for aerodynamics in the water.
Yeah.
He removed 2. Of these earlier sightings, Constable Ernest Walraven told the Texarkana Gazette, several persons saw the thing and shot at it, some from close range. They said nothing seemed to stop it. They described it as being about 7 feet tall and it looks just like a naked man covered with brown hair.
Okay. I think we're getting closer to a believable story now. There's a weirdo in the community.
Yeah.
Do you know who else has brown hair? Ian Thorpe.
But also, at what point does this become relevant to Meso? Is this a story you're familiar with or anything?
Oh, it's my dad. That's the that's the big reveal. I didn't want to spoil it earlier on, but yeah.
We were going to finish with that.
Mm-hmm. Who wants to see my toes? That's
There's a
Patreon
market.
only.
There is
it's
a
Patreon
market
only.
for that.
Yeah, Meso had 2 of his toes removed so he could take his own piggy to market.
Oh, things are heating up. That's really hot. Take his own piggy to market.
Wee.
After the original article the next day, Both the Texarkana Gazette and the Texarkana Daily published follow-up stories, and the Associated Press and United Press International picked them up and transmitted it to member newspapers across the nation, and the nation caught Fouke fever.
Haven't we all?
No. Would you believe it? From here, sightings increased. The Little Rock, Arkansas radio station KAAY posted a $1,090 bounty on the creature. Not sure why the 90. And then according to the...
109.0.
Yeah,
The KL something.
100%. That's a promo for a local FM radio station.
Yeah, that's got to be.
Yeah.
Secret sound, secret Fouke.
Secret Fouke.
Do we know how many that is in today dollar?
6,969. According to the Texarkana Gazette, a local man by the name of Scoggins also offered a $200 reward.
Okay, now we're starting to get somewhere.
Why?
Yeah, just a local pervert who wants his own piece of the action, and why not?
And his name is Scoggins.
Scoggins is like, I just want to see photos of its feet, okay? If you can prove to me it's got real feet and they need to be nude, you get $200 from me. So we're up to 1,290 big ones.
Yeah.
And what year is this?
1971.
Oh, that's a lot of cash.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of cash.
Are you looking at Meso trying to get him to offer up his dad for money?
Meso, I don't know. That's a pretty sweet deal. Where's your daddy? It's the new Who's Your Daddy? Where's your daddy?
That's another radio promo. Soon, teams of monster hunters descended on the city, and calls and letters from interested parties flooded local officials' lines and desks, wasting lots of valuable police time. Several attempts were made to track down the creature with dogs, but they were unable to follow its scent. It was chaos in the small town. Heavily armed people were trespassing on private property and cutting down people's fences, all trying to get a glimpse of the creature.
Again, like, is this town just not able to go through a door or a gate?
Yeah. Why are you cutting down a fence?
Go around.
Jeez.
Surely.
Please.
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 Oh, please.
Cass,
please. Oh my God, please.
Well, I was going to say, it sounds like The Purge. It's just an excuse to just go nuts and rezone your neighbour's, your property or whatever. Like, no, I'm cutting your fence down, actually, because of the Fouke Monster. That's why. Not because I want to have your pool. But the Fouke Monster.
That'd be brutal. Summertime comes and what was your pool a year ago has now just been rezoned. Brutal.
Yeah. But you still have to clean it.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I pop over? Yeah, that's actually the best. You still get to use the pool. Don't have to clean the pool. Yeah, you can take my pool.
So monster hunters descended on the town, but not everyone was convinced in the Fouke Monster. 1 month after the Ford sighting, Southern State College archaeologist named Frank.
That's... Can we get a count, Jess? Is that 3 names he's fucked up?
At least, yeah.
I mean, that this happens every 2 minutes in the studio, but we just get AJ, thank you, to edit it out.
Yeah, well, he actually edits yours out.
Yeah.
He adds a few
we're actually
extras
all
for that.
equally incompetent. Yeah. But he's got a vendetta, this prick. Love you, AJ.
He's even got technology that makes it sound like my fuck up. You said it. Remember when he said Frank? What a weirdo. Frank, and he's an archaeologist. His name is Frank.
It's just Frank now. Just go
There's
with
a
it.
man in the second row with his head in his hands. He just did this.
Meanwhile,
And this isn't even his job. This is your job.
That was the man in the second row. The man in the front row has never heard before, and clearly Fox has got his hand in a lap next to him, so... Yeah, I can see the front row.
Are there any Franks or Frakes in?
Where my freaks at?
All right. The man previously known as Frank, his last name is Shambark.
Shambark.
Shambark, and he's convinced that there's a 99% chance that tracks are a hoax. So his name is Sham, which is nominative determinism. He hates this idea. According to Frank Shambach, the tracks could not be from a species of ape, as claimed by witnesses, because they were from a three-toed creature, whereas all primates, including hominids, have 5 toes. Explain that.
Well, I mean, this is the classic thing, isn't it? It's like, as far as we know so far, maybe this is a fucking new one. This guy's a... What the... Like, that's anti-science, man.
Maddie,
we haven't discovered it yet, so it doesn't exist.
Take some big deep breaths, brother.
No, I think Frake's a prick.
Fuck you, Frank. I hate you, Frank.
I hate you, Frank.
You're right, though, because like Mesa's only got 3 toes.
Yeah.
It's an evolution or possibly a devolution. That's what that is.
Yeah, maybe this guy's ahead of it.
Frank.
No, the Fouke.
Oh, the
Not
Fouke.
Frank Fouke.
Cass, I'm pretty sure you taught me this, but horses used to have... Horses? Horses used to have, like, multiple toes, and now they have, like, one, and the hoof is like just a nail, and their feet became a hoof?
I think the legs are fingers, and
Yes.
the nail is the hoof is a nail. I don't think I taught you this.
Okay.
But this is like the biggest compliment of my life.
Jess, have you considered that maybe there was a
This
gas
is-
leak backstage or
Yeah.
something?
I think that's a horse.
That's a horse, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the upper bit is like a horse.
So that... Wait, you're saying the legs are the fingers, so the
Yeah.
torso of the horse is the hand?
I'm wondering if we went to like Kmart or something and had like a device
And then the head is the wrist?
like test the,
Oh my God.
I think it's
the
like
gas
just...
leak.
Mr. Hands.
Is this Mr. Hand? That's a funny little call forward to my report, actually.
I don't like the sound of that. Okay. So there's frakes in this world, and there's people that believe us. People were adamant they'd seen something, and there were theories about what people had been spotting. Rumours circulated that a circus train had derailed along the Sulphur River years before, and the sightings were merely animals that had escaped and gone wild.
But we know about those animals. Those are known animals.
Yeah.
Those, if they're like, oh, the circus train broke down, they're like, well, we're missing one ape. It is 7 foot.
Yeah.
That's an accounted for beast, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like a pretty sad circus. It's just one ape.
Oh, but he's so big.
He's 3 feet wide.
Okay, you've won me back.
Yeah.
Let's go to the circus.
The sightings really slowed after the arrest of 3 hoaxers who claimed they were attacked by the monster, and they were fined $59 each for filing a fraudulent monster report.
Is that still illegal or?
Is the fine still $59? Because I've got $59.
I've got $59 on a Sunday afternoon. I'll report it on a Tuesday. No one's doing a crime on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And you got a friend with 3 toes. We could make some little footprints in sand.
Join me back here. Join me back here. Join me back.
What's that, Cass?
Okay, so what I reckon.
Yeah.
Okay, while they're talking,
Your
I
6
think
toes.
Meso
My
just...
huge brain.
Oh, yes.
We're going to stage a robbery.
Oh, I should be clear though, I have 3 toes total. Like one really big one on the left and then 2 on the right. That's...
We can't do this. Bail.
Okay, we'll bail. All right.
Meso, did you hear the subtle thing? No, Cass, did you hear that one of you called each other a friend? And I thought that was really sweet.
That was nice, yeah.
But did the other? Yes.
1,000 times yes.
Yes, please.
Just finally, the story found a whole new audience when in 1972 the incident was made into a low-budget movie called The Legend of Boggy Creek, directed by Charles B. Pierce in his directorial debut. Pierce also sang the theme song featured in the film, which is the best. It was a huge hit despite its very limited budget and became the 11th highest grossing film of 1972. Top 11's pretty good. Its success inspired several sequels, including Return to Boggy Creek, 1977.
Why would you go back?
Boggy Creek 2 and The Legend Continues.
Wait, that's the third one?
That's the third one. It's number 2. Then the increasingly desperate Boggy Creek, The Legend is True. And most recently, 2016...
In brackets, honest.
Yeah, I swear to God. Just watch the movie. And most recently, Boggy Creek Monster, 2016.
Which streaming service? How do I watch it?
It's one of those movies that's on all of them. It's that good. Since 2013, Fouke has hosted the Fouke Monster Festival, previously called the Boggy Creek Festival, an annual event dedicated to discussions, presentations, and lore related to the creature and other similar monsters. And unbelievably, it's on this weekend right now. Wow.
We clutched with the Fouke Monster.
You all fucked up. I reckon that's where that guy from Alaska is right now.
And honestly, that was a good decision on his part. Yeah.
This year, confirmed speakers include paranormal researcher Mitchell Whittington and Todd Neese, who was a Bigfoot investigator and also producer of the films Cascade Bigfoot Blood Mystery 3 Remote Viewed and Cascade Bigfoot Blood Mystery 4 Blood Trails. Neese co-founded the American Primate Conservate. What the fuck's this word?
Oh, does Frakes work there? Does Frakes work at the conservatory?
The American Primate.
Well, yeah, we get it. He started something.
Yeah, with his wife Diane, and their primary mission is the discovery. No, the other Diane. The discovery, knowledge, research, recognition, and protection of the Sasquatch. And I went on the website, and there's a gallery of images from Beachfoot, which is, they describe as an annual invitation-only private gathering of international Bigfoot researchers. And there's a photo of a previous Beachfoot showing someone wearing a T-shirt with Bigfoot on it, and underneath it just says, BILF. So, I'm not sure if they want to protect or fuck Bigfoot. Oh, sorry, should I say Fouke Bigfoot? That's my report. Thank you so much. Cass, what do you think? Do you believe?
Yeah, absolutely. The toes, the
Do you
eyes.
believe in your dad?
Yeah. He's all right, that guy. Lives in Geelong. That's the big reveal.
Yeah.
That's where it is now.
But I do see the spot we saved from is still empty in the theatre tonight.
Yeah, but the doors are only 2 foot wide, so that...
He's listening from outside.
Love you, Dad.
Well, that's the end of the first report. Would you please give a massive round of applause for the 4th and 5th Beatle? It's Cass Paige.
Everybody.
It's Nick Mason. We love you. Thank you so much.
G'day, America. It's Tony and Ryan from the Tony and Ryan podcast from Down Under.
Today we want to talk to you about Boost Mobile, the newest 5G network in the country.
These guys are no longer the prepaid wireless company you might remember. They've invested billions into building their own 5G towers across America, transforming the carrier into America's 4th major network alongside the other big dogs.
Yep, they're challenging the competitors by working harder and smarter, like this amazing new network they've literally built.
The Boost Mobile network, together with their roaming partners, covers 99% of the US population, but 5G speed's not available in all areas.
Yep, they have blazing fast internet and plans for all the latest devices. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or find them online at boostmobile.com.
Epic views, waterfall mists, summit sunsets. It's all better outside. And with All Trails, you can discover the best of nature with over 450,000 trails around the world. Download the free app today and find your next adventure.
Oh my God, how good was that?
Wow.
Jess, I'm asking you, I can't remember, it was a few weeks ago.
I was drunk.
Okay, Dave?
I was also drunk, but I have a good memory, and it was so good.
You were sober as a judge.
Well,
a judge who has a drinking problem.
Like Thank you, because there were a few times I stuffed up words. I'm not sure if you remember.
I think AJ probably tidied that up in the edit.
I think listening back, there was no way of doing that. We had to keep in me saying Frake instead of Frank.
Of course. Frake.
Shout out to all the Frakes at home.
Frakes.
Or the freaks at home.
Freaks. And the freaks who came.
Yeah, thank you so much. And that's only part 1. Can you believe it? This week, part 2 is going to come out tomorrow, part 3 on Friday. And, we're so excited for that. But
Yes, this is, of course, 500th week wouldn't be the same if we neglected to do everyone's favourite section of the show. A lot of people skip past. Imagine they skipped to the end and that was it.
Yeah, they skipped to nothing.
It's all sizzle, no steak.
Yeah.
If that's a saying. No, we're not doing that. We are doing everyone's favourite section. We're going to do a mini version of it on each episode. And to get involved in this, you can go to patreon.com/DukeOnPod and... oh my gosh, you can jump on all sorts of levels for all sorts of things. Bonus episodes, voting on topics, being in the Facebook group where everyone's very kind and it's the genuinely nice, supportive community, not a cult. And all sorts of other things as well. And if you're on the Sydney Scheinberg level or above, though, you get to be in the Fact Quote or Question section of the show, which is this very section.
Huge.
And now, Jess,
yes,
I believe this section actually has a jingle or something like this.
Fact, quote, or question.
Always remembers the jingle, always remembers the sing.
I actually puffed myself with that one.
Well, it was worth it, I'll tell you that. And the Fact, Quote, or Question for this part 1, episode 500, comes from Jocelyn Kravitz. And they also get to give themselves a title. And Jocelyn's title is Angry Person on the Internet, open bracket, but a nice one, close bracket, full stop.
A nice angry person on the internet.
Fantastic.
Interesting.
Best of both worlds.
Yes.
And Jocelyn is asking a question, writing, is there ever a scene in a movie or TV show where a character does or says something that is so egregiously wrong that you get angry at the laziness of the writers? Oh my God, all the time. I can't think of any examples, but show me any show. And
one happened just 2 weeks ago. I was watching the TV show Reacher. Jack Reacher, the character was created by Lee Child. It's like an action show.
I've seen that actor at the airport.
Was he as big?
Hard to miss.
Was he the biggest man in the world?
He was on my flight home from the US.
Really? Was he in economy?
I doubt it.
Because he's such a big dude.
But he was waiting for his own bags.
Really good
with
on
wife
him.
and kids. Pretty cool. Yeah, that was a weird thing to mention, wasn't it?
that's really cool.
But he was waiting for his own bags.
Yeah. No, I know. That's sick.
I don't think Tom Cruise waits for his own fucking bags. You know what I mean?
Honestly, if you think that's cool, I can't wait to introduce you to some cool people.
Wow. Anyway, what did you see? What did you see on the show?
In season 2, they are listening to, I think it's a jukebox, and Talking Heads comes on.
Mm-hmm.
And they have this big exposition about the band.
Yes.
Do you know this?
No,
Oh,
but
right.
I know exactly. Any of those exposition bits are cringy.
And then,
of course, you'd say that. You're my brother.
Yeah,
I've known you my whole life. We
like,
shared a bedroom for crying out loud.
Then they're talking about how much
remember
they love
the sheets we used.
They love the band, and then one of them goes, "Yeah, this is great. This is the Talking Heads," and they kept talking about the Talking Heads to the point that I was like, "That's not the name of the band. It's just Talking Heads, isn't it?" And I looked it up, and they even have a live album called "The Name of This Band Is Talking Heads," and I was thinking that's got to come back later.
Yeah.
It did not.
Okay.
They just wrote that in for some reason.
Huh.
And I was sitting yelling at my iPod.
Yeah. How infuriating.
I'm not even the biggest Talking Heads fan, but even I know that's not what it's called.
Yeah, you were like, have some respect.
Yes. That sounds confusing and frustrating. But yeah, I can't think of any specific examples.
It happens all the time, yeah.
That. But anyway, Jocelyn goes on, because I'm not on social media, I'm using this platform to make total strangers on the internet listen to Matt rant on my behalf about things that have been annoying me for years. All right, here we go. On Gilmore Girls, Luke tells a horny Chiltern mum to take, quote, the I-5 South back to Hartford. Every part of this is wrong.
Okay, I do now have an example, yes.
I love that.
Because especially when it's like, I mean, that's a fictional town, but if it's in an area it's like, yeah, that does get infuriating.
Like,
so I do have one.
Mission Impossible 2, the Australian one, where I vaguely remember them getting so quickly from the Harbour Bridge to Uluru.
Oh, right.
You know, like,
and you're like, oh.
maybe in the same fight scene.
But see, this is why...
in the same
fight scene. This is
cool.
why people in America consistently told me that Australia is smaller than Texas. You know, like, the movies have lied. It's a very big place.
Yeah. All right, so don't worry. Jocelyn is going to break down why this is wrong.
Great.
I don't know. It's either capital I or L5 South. I'm going to say capital I, I5 South.
Yeah.
Okay, Stars Hollow is in Southeast Con, so she should go north, not south. I-5 runs through LA. US 5 runs through Hartford. Worst of all, we don't say the in front of the highways in the Northeast. That is 100% a Californian thing. We just say the number. So take the 5 north, not US 5 north. I can forgive the magical metabolisms and the wardrobes that are wrong for the weather, but the I-5 south kills me every time. On West Wing, here's another one. On West Wing, the president asked Toby and Josh about a prayer that is said the night before the Jewish Day of Atonement. They say, Erev, yeah? So wrong! Jewish holidays run from sunset to sunset, and the night part is called Erev. The president is referring to Kol Nidri, Oh man, I think there might be.
You're killing us.
But my pronunciation's being wrong here might lead to Jocelyn's
more
next.
of this, yes.
Anyway, I hope it does. Feel free, but if you want me to get it right, you're going to have to give me a little
Phonetics, yeah.
Because I don't read this, so I read them. I think I made that pretty clear. The president is referring to Kol Nidri, a declaration that annuls all vows taken in the past year. Jews started saying it during a period of extreme persecution when they were often forced to convert to Christianity or Islam to restore their Jewish identity by nullifying the conversion. The writer and actor who plays Toby are Jewish and should have known better. So what makes you guys mad?
Oh my God.
This should be a spin-off podcast where people just write in stuff and you just yell like that. That's awesome.
That was really fun.
That was awesome.
That was fun to rant.
Did that feel good?
It felt really good.
Felt like a nice release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it this episode? Were we just doing a bit of trying to do different tones? And was that just now?
Yeah. It was, yeah.
That's funny.
That is a bit of fun.
He's got range.
He has range.
Yeah, I can go louder.
There's a Sydney Sweeney Glenn Powell movie called Anyone But You, and it's set in Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
And I am married to a man from Sydney, and they are clearly like staying at a house that would be in like somewhere beautiful and coastal, but not in the city. And then they go to pick up flowers for the wedding, and they're in the middle of town. Like they're in the middle of the Sydney CBD, and we're like, there's no florist closer? You've just driven an hour and a half to pick up the flowers on the day of?
Through Sydney traffic?
Yeah. Are you nuts? And then he gets picked up by Coast Guard.
Oh, yeah. Was this an episode of Water Rats? The Sydney Harbour Bridge is in the background of every shot.
Of course.
I just had one and I've lost it.
Sorry.
Does it matter?
Nah.
Oh, I was about to get fired up though,
I bet. I hate when Matt gets fired up like that. He's so, Matt, calm down. It's okay.
I was watching About Time on your recommendation, which I loved, and I messaged you saying it was... I think I was a little fragile anyway, but the last third of it, I was like weeping.
Yeah.
I was weeping. The stuff about him and his dad, holy shit.
So nice and so brutal.
Yeah. And
Bill Nye is just so fatherly anyway.
He's so great. But there were so many bits in that, which I forgive them all. But he goes, there was a rule in the time travel where it's like once you've had a kid, if you go back before then, it'll change the kid because it's very specific. It's the exact sperm and the exact moment, that sort of stuff. And he goes, okay, I understand that rule. So he's like, that means, his dad was going to die and he was never going to be able to go back in time and visit him again, because if he did, it would change who his kids were.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm like, he's made that decision to have another kid that night, and he's like, I can't go back because dad died after my first 2 kids, but not after the third one will be born. And then during the pregnancy, he goes back and forth all the way up until the kid is born, but that would be changing the baby in her stomach every time.
Would it?
Not stomach.
I
understand it's not.
Just proving I know that.
I know it's not in her stomach, but in the womb. It would change it every time. Every time he goes, is that not right?
I don't know. If it was already that sperm and that.
He hasn't met the kid, so maybe it doesn't worry him. But it would also change maybe that she doesn't get pregnant sometimes because he keeps changing things. Okay, that wasn't a good example. But anyway, I like that movie, and fuck, That was the emotional stuff of, oh my God. Also, a bit strange that they never told their spouses what they were doing.
Yeah.
It was sort of like they were manipulating their partners their whole lives. Anyway, bit of fun.
Don't think too much about it, you know?
Yes. I really liked it. But yeah, those sort of time travel movies are impossible. You can't nail them.
Nobody's perfecting the theory.
Yes. The next thing we like to do is shout out to a few of our great supporters. Jess normally comes up with a game based on the topic. The
So
topic
I
this
do.
time was a cryptid.
That's right. The Fouke Monster or the Legend of Boggy Creek.
Fouke Monster, of
Yes.
course. So are we...
We're going to read out 3 today. So what do you want to do? You want to come up with some monsters, Bob?
Monsters of the place they're
All right.
they're
So
from,
Dave, I'll do the place. You do the name. Jess, you do the monster.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to see if there's a cryptid generator.
Fantastic. Okay.
Oh, I reckon you should freeball it.
No.
Well, you load that up. So I'm saying the place name. Is that right?
Sure.
From Brisbane in Queensland. Hello and thank you to
Chloe Yates
Chloe Yates has the Mist Whisperer.
of Brisbane.
the Mist Whisperer. That's spooky ass.
Mist
That's spooky,
Whisperer.
yeah. It's like a misty morning. Yeah, and you just hear this creepy whisper. That's scary as shit.
Yeah.
It's not like a horse whisperer, someone who can communicate with mist.
No.
It's a whisper coming from the mist.
Yes.
Oi, mist, piss off.
Oi.
You're ruining my view.
Hey, come on.
Hey, get out of here. Oi,
Yeah.
shoo.
Can't
Come
see.
on,
Normally
shoo.
can see the city from here.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Chloe Yates, the Mist Whisperer of Brisbane. Who else have we got here, Davey boy?
I would like to thank from Mayan Yup in Western Australia.
It's Carmel Paige
The Void Soarer.
of Mayan Yup.
That sounds really good, doesn't it? The
Is that-
void. What's the-
Soarer.
Soarer.
Sorry, I didn't
I
know.
wasn't sure
Void
Soarer or
Soarer
Sorcerer. That's even
of
better.
Mayanup. Is it Mayanup?
Oh yes, I might have said Mayan Yup, but yes, Mayan.
Well, no,
Up.
I do. The way you said it sounded so confident.
There was
I
a lot
thought
of
you must have
confidence.
known the place.
I've never heard it, I'm afraid.
And finally, for this episode, Dave,
I would like to thank from Nunawading here in Victoria.
it's John Sickadennis Wolstenholme.
Ooh,
Wow.
the Fang Keeper.
Oh, the Fangkeeper of Nunawading. That's so good.
That's pretty cool. Nunawading, if you don't know it, very dangerous place.
Yeah.
A lot of bushland.
Ooh.
Definitely no big shops like
Yes.
JB Hi-Fi's
No.
and none of those.
Thank you so much to John, Carmel, and Chloe. I mean, what a thrill it must be for you to be shouted out on this day of days.
What a thrill for you. Congratulations.
What a thrill. That's a high honour.
That's massive.
And the last thing that we need to do, Dave, is welcome someone into the Triptych Club. We've actually just got the one inductee today.
One new name going up on our Hall of Fame. One new name, one new person running into the clubhouse where we honour them. And once you're in, you can never leave. But why would you want to? Because these people have been the shout-out level or above for 3 consecutive years. You go on in, we cheer you on, and then you enjoy food, drinks, buffet-style service. It's incredible. You can get whatever you want. There's games, there's entertainment, there's rest zones.
This is theatre of the mind, by the way, Dave.
Yeah, that's right.
Legally speaking, they can't just have everything they want.
No. We are trying to get funding across, but the government has been ignoring all my calls.
Yeah.
He is just typing in government into his phone and then yelling at it.
Yeah, and they're ignoring it
Yeah.
for years.
Very rude.
If you know a better way to get in contact with the government, I'd like that.
But God, they find a way to get in contact with you when they want their
Yeah.
tax money, don't they?
Yeah.
And Jess, you're behind the bar
Yeah.
in the club. What have you got cooking?
Frog in a pond.
Oh, so good. Wow. That's so good.
Yeah, I got frog in a pond.
So spooky.
Jelly or Jello, maybe,
Yep.
to Americans. Chocolate frog.
Yep. What more do you need?
What more do you need?
Enjoy.
Scoop of ice cream or no?
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
You can ask for one.
Yep.
I want that on the side if I was allowed to.
Okay.
Keep that free from my jelly, please.
A la mode.
All right, so
Oui.
we've got the one inductee this week. I'm on the door. I've got the clipboard. I've got the guest list with one name on it. I'm going to read it out. Dave's going to do a bit of weak word play to celebrate their induction based on their name or their place of address.
That's right. I've also booked a band.
Oh, and Dave's also booked a band.
You're
Holy
never
shit.
going to believe it.
What?
We're talking about the Fouke Monster, the Fouke Monster. And to perform their hit, Fouke Monster. Please welcome, after this, Billy Cole and the Fouke Monsters.
Whoa!
Whoa,
What are the chances?
They've really lent in, haven't
Yes,
they?
that's their only song.
Okay, so are they going to play that a few times?
I think they will. I think it's for 2.5 minutes as well. So
Okay.
we'll have to loop that a few times. It'll be worth it.
Maybe they can do
Worth
some
it.
covers as well. Something.
Yeah, and they do that thing where they go introduce the band, they all do a solo,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. That always takes up some time.
do an encore, they go off for 5 minutes.
We got Tina on banjo.
We love you, Tina.
Yeah, luckily they've got 17 members.
Yeah,
So,
that bit
yeah.
takes up 90% of the set.
All right. So Dave's going to hype them up. Jess will hype up Dave because
Yep.
he's in this, at least, we pretend that he's got
Doing
low
a
self-esteem.
fantastic job.
Thank you.
We pretend both of those things. Neither are true.
He's doing a bad job and he loves himself.
But he has no idea.
Theatre of the mind.
Put that curtain back down. All right, so you ready, Dave?
Yes.
All right, from Norwich, please welcome in Norfolk. Norfolk, home of the great Alan Partridge in Great
Norfolk Digital.
Britain. It is, I hope his mid-morning matters are sorted. It's Zach Smith.
Some people are packing heat, but I'm Zacking heat.
Oh,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Zach's my secret little weapon. Say hello to my little friend. It's Zach.
Is he in your pants?
I think it means I've got a gun, something you can say. Packing heat.
Packing heat.
But also it can mean a wang, but
In this case, you mean a weapon.
Yeah, Zach is my weapon.
Got it.
Right.
That was awesome.
That's the name of my
That
biography.
was so
That was
good.
actually so awesome.
Normally, Jess has to fake it, and I'm the only one allowed to be honest, but now I can be honest
Yeah.
as normal and say, yeah, Dave,
That rules.
that was sick.
Yeah.
As Cam James would say, red hot. That was red hot.
Thank you, Cam.
That brings us to the end of this part 1 of our 500th extravaganza.
But don't worry, you don't have to wait another week for a new episode this time.
Yeah.
You just have to wait 24 hours.
Whoa.
By
Maybe,
the time,
not even.
less. By the time you've heard this.
Probably
Oh my God.
23 hours. Holy shit.
Let the
Holy
countdown commence.
Shit. Good luck getting some sleep tonight.
Yeah. It's like Santa Claus is coming
Phew.
to drop off
Again.
a third of a present.
He's coming to drop off the batteries he forgot.
Tomorrow's episode is probably the one that will divide audiences the most. Can't wait to hear.
And then
which
Friday will
side
bring you
you
back.
fall on. Anything else we need to tell people, Jess?
No, just that we love them so much. Thank you so much for, being a part of 500 episodes. That's absolutely bonkers to us. And we're so grateful to everybody who came out to see the live show. Hopefully you've been able to hear your own laugh on the recording.
If you want to see photos from it and some clips, follow us at Do Go On Pod on Instagram, probably on TikTok, YouTube, and other places as well.
You'll see them there.
Dave boot his baby home.
All right, everyone. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.
Laters.
How do you test new mattresses? Flop like a fish? Inspect every square inch? Or order online and just hope for the best? You could test mattresses any number of ways, or let Mattress Warehouse's proprietary diagnostic tests narrow down the selection for you. Visit a store near you to try Bed Match, the test that's matched millions. So where would you look to find the perfect mattress? In a little mattress store or Mattress Warehouse? Visit mattresswarehouse.com.
Don't forget to sign up to our tour mailing list so we know where in the world you are and we can come and tell you when we're coming there.
Wherever we go, we always hear 6 months later, oh, you should come to Manchester. We were just in Manchester.
We were just there, but this way you'll never miss out. And don't forget to sign up, go to our Instagram, click our link tree. Very, very easy.
It means we know to come to you, and you'll also know that we're coming to you.
Yeah, we'll come to you, you come to us. Very good.
And we give you a spam-free guarantee.